Hello everybody, welcome back to the next episode of Cities Skylines with me, Biffa, here in our city of, as you've named it, New Tealand. Yes, what a fantastic name. Got to get used to saying that instead of Teaville, Teaport, Tahiti, all the other names that we've had over the years. I'm very excited about today's episode. We're going to really dig into mass transit a lot more. We've had some buses, as you can see, a bus right here. How fortuitous. But we are going to be working on trams. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with trams this time. We're not going to be replacing a whole load of roads, turning them into tram roads. I want to do something a little bit different. Now, let's just dive out of this view here. There we go. Have a nice error. Fantastic. So a couple of things since the last episode. I've got the Hide It mod on now. So it's removing the ridiculous fog that you get over the industry areas. So you still get the smoke and stuff, but it's not quite as bad as it was before. And before we dive into our trams, I'll tell you what I'm thinking actually is over here. I'm thinking of making this a mini little transport hub, because I'm thinking as I expand down round to here, I want to be able to people to hop on a tram, hop on a bus and be able to go to different places around here. And then this sort of seems a natural break down this way, where then if they want to get somewhere else, they might take the road. That's my idea anyway, something along those lines. I've still got like the ground pollution on, which I've sort of deliberately kept because I think if you remove the look of the ground pollution, it actually removes the effect of the ground pollution, which I don't want to do. And for instance, there was a house along here complaining about the ground pollution, although they've stopped now, so maybe they've just got used to it. This tea tastes funny. Is it the ground pollution? Okay, something I want to change along here is this little road here that I found from Vanilla++. It is a 3-lane 1+2 with bus. And as we come along here, we can see our bus stops. Actually, that one is both sides of the road. And so is that one. Is there one that's got it both sides of the road? 4-lane, 2-way bus? Yeah. That's the one we want really, isn't it? So, there actually is bus stop both sides of the road here as well. I'm blind. Okay, well, let's do that then. So what I'm thinking is, if we do this all the way along here, I'll come back and sort out any traffic lights and stuff in a sec, because it seems like it's putting them all in. So we'll give everybody a bus lane. Do we need to carry on the bus lane around here? Yeah, let's carry it on around here up to the end, then you can just go to that road. And then what I'm thinking of is this road here that's the car road in the middle. So they only ever had one lane each way for cars anyway. Is to just change this one, so if they want to go right... Oh, that seems a bit weird though, doesn't it? They'll be cutting in front of the buses. I don't know whether the bus actually goes up there or not. Let's see what this bus does. Yeah, maybe not for the turning right, because, yeah, you don't want them cutting in front of the bus. But going the other way, like this one here, I've made this lane straight on and left, so the buses tend to stay in that road. Straight on and left. Oh, it's done it automatically down here. That's good. Yeah, there we go. The buses stay in the outside one and the cars seem to take that one. That's okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then traffic lights. Don't need traffic lights all the way along here. Let's just remove those, those. Should be give way. So we'll just do that instead. Boom, 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 boom. All the way along there. Oh, that's not that busy. You probably don't even need give way, but that's what we've got. There we go. Excellent. Just to help with the buses round there, because what was happening, the cars are coming round getting stuck behind the bus, but now they take this lane. There's all the people waiting for the bus. Well, I'm not going to adjust the bus lines. We could do with more buses, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this little hub over in this area, which means that this is going to have to move, which we just threw that in, didn't we, in a previous episode. Will that fit against that way? It is pretty wide, isn't it? So what we're going to do, we're going to pop it at the end of the farm over here, again, just for now. And then at some point, it will get moved to its own little area. But that's not what we're doing today. I want it to face that way. Perfect. The fire helicopter depot. I mean, that looks all right there, doesn't it? Fits in well enough. Right by the water, which is what you need. Right by these funky little lighthouses. I love these. I think they look cool. Okay, good. So we'll leave that there. And then, yeah, this little bit over here. Let's just pause 1 second. I'm going to remove these. And apparently, I don't know who I saw using this, but if you have the earthquake sensors, let's put this one on, that has an area of effect which will continue the power. So I'm not quite sure how big that is. Not very big. So if you went there, there. Oh my goodness, these cost 3,500. What? No. sorry. No. No. I'm forgetting that we're not made of money. Oh, man. And I've spent 10,000 moving this, I think. And we need 30,000 for our tram hub. So I'm going to have to just let the game run for a small while, just so we can get some more money. And then I'll be back with you. Okay, money is building up very slowly, so I am going to pause the game and take a 60,000 tea leaf loan. There we go. We now have 94,000, and we're going to head back round here to this area between Green Tea Park and Green Tea Fields Farm. That is the idea. So let's just have a look at this. I'd like this to be a separate area than this, so I'm just going to have a quick look on here I'm trying to get used to the look of these roads because I'm so used to the Network Extensions 2 mod. Let's have that one come down there. Yeah, that'll do. So we've got 2 ways going in like that. I'm also going to... Yeah, I'll leave it like that, and then I'll give way coming out. Excellent, and then we'll just get back to a normal road for on here. So let's have a look. I want this one to curve around and sort of mimic almost the road that's down here, a little bit like that. And then this one, this side, could... we just move that over a little bit. I don't want to go all the way into the trees, but that can mimic the road on that side. There we go. Excellent. And then in here, we are going to have... Okay, so we've got along the front here to the cemetery area, and I'm just wondering whether we can use that little turnaround section where the cemetery is. Let's just complete this little bit of road here. Yep, there we go, that's fine. To have this as the turnaround, I think that actually might work quite well. We've got this as a one-way road, so if we upgrade this... like that, and then have this little section here. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got these other ones here. 2-lane, 2-way road with tram, but it looks like the tram only goes one way. Is that right? But it's not hooking up to that, is it? Oh, there we go. Look, if we do that. Yeah, that is exactly what we want. So 2-lane road, but tram going one way, and then we can hook this up. I would actually say let's delete that, and we're going to hook that up to there like that. Yes, let me just move all this up a bit and make it look a bit nicer. And then what I'm thinking is, let's just grab... Nope, that's not what I want. The pick a mod. Let's grab a piece of this road here, and I'm going to draw that coming straight out alongside there. I'm going to get rid of a few of these little trees and bushes and things just to save the tree count. And this is going to move over to here. No road access, Empty building to another facility. Oh, yes, I've turned that into actual just tram track rather than tram and road track. Do you know what? Don't tell anybody. I'm going to use the Move It mod. We're going to shift that over here. And hopefully that'll work okay right there. Let's just make that the right height. Select that. Control H. Let's just see what happens. That is like sagging into the water. We need a little bit of work on the land. Let's just right click there. Lift that up a bit. There we go. That should be fine. Yep, that's okay. Excellent. And then we can just have this as our turnaround. Cool. Okay, that's good. I'm just thinking actually whether to have this as actual road, because then we could have our buses come up here as well. Maybe. Let's give that a go. So if we go like this, there we go. And we can have this as our little bus hub terminal type sort of thing. What have we got? Bus roads. Let's get a little small bus road. Bus road with tram would be fantastic. Is there? No, there isn't. But how about something like this instead? If we came up to, say, there. Let's move that rock. Keep the rocks. Do that there and that there. And then we could also have that there and that there. And we could have these as other little bus stops in the middle just to make this teeny tiny little hub. Maybe. We can see how it works out. Okay, so this now runs all along the front, which is good. Smack up against the road. Hopefully it's all nicely organised so it looks good. Might need a little bit of tweaking here and there. Let's just follow this along. And people can cross over and walk onto the roads. Oh, darn it. We seem to have some trees in the middle. That is very weird. Let me get rid of those. Okay, look. These are big. Look at that. It's got like 3 or 4 or 5 trees and a bush all in the middle of it. So even though the tram doesn't go through the middle of that, it's still, yeah, it doesn't recognise that there's trees on the end. So we just do a little bit of manoeuvring along there. Let's continue along. Yeah, like this one here. That'll be a collection of 3 trees altogether. Yeah, there we go. This needs to move up just a tiny amount. There we go. Oh, another one. Let's get rid of that. Don't want people driving through trees if they can help it. There's another couple here. So that'll be that one and that one. Excellent. And then we should be all the way back to the beginning. There we go. Round the roundabout and all the way along the main road. Don't think I've missed anything, but we shall see. Right, so then I want to connect that road up. In fact, we could just have that road connected up to here, couldn't we? And have the tram then on this one. I think that would work out perfectly fine. Make sure, I really hope I'm using the right roads and not suddenly realise I've put trolley bus roads in everywhere. That would be good, wouldn't it? Then we'd have to do it all again. But no, I think we're fine. And then we'll upgrade that. There we go. And then we have the money. Let's just have a look. Make sure that's not going to... Yeah, might need to do a tiny bit of landscaping. Or, no, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take this road here. We're going to bring that one up to there. Is that enough room to get it in? Oh, not quite. Teeny speck further. Teeny speck. Thank you very much. Pop that one in there. It's still going to say cannot build on water. Well, there we go. Excellent. If I take that out... Can they turn around at the end? I think we've had this question before. They may need a little turnaround spot, but we shall see. Let's just do a little bit of landscaping here. Nothing too complicated. And then we'll put that strength down and just do a brief brush across there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's fine. Water's not going in. Excellent. And then all I'd like to do along the back here, if we just grab those trees. So we're going to do that. Double click on trees. Personal wind turbines. Do you know what? I don't think I'd allow that. So no, you may not. And I just want some of these trees. Looking like the land is a little bit polluted along here. Well, it might just be because there's sand. I'm not sure. There we go. Just some trees around the back there. Like so. Yeah, I think that looks okay. So let us see what we're going to do along here with our tram. So let's grab our tram stop. Now, we do have this over here. If we can connect this up with walking paths, that's going to help people get there. But I am going to have, if I put that on there and then do this, haha. So we can have a new line going down here. And then The buses are probably going to change as well, so I just need to put a bit of thought into this. Right, I've decided to put a turnaround sort of spot on the end here because I'm 99% sure they won't turn around in here. I'm sure we have that question every single time I ever do anything like this. So I'm going to come across here and I'm going to run them sort of every couple of blocks along here, possibly actually where the bus stops are at the moment. Now, I had a lot of people saying about my stops, my bus stops in my last episode. Why are they so close together? People will walk a long way for a bus stop. That is true, and for any sort of stop, they will walk quite a distance. But there is an area of effect around every single stop that helps people feel like they need to upgrade their houses. So having them like this, that's sort of about the area of effect. Same over here. It will definitely help with upgrading. So that is the reason why I don't go too far with my stops. Like this one here, I'm going to put one here for the school. And then I'm also going to put one here. Let's go a little bit further with this one, actually. There we go. And we'll spread that out. We'll go one in the middle there. Yeah, one next to this one. And then we've got this sort of turnaround spot over here. So I'm literally going to stop it right out here where the bus stops are going to be. And then we're going to do the same on the way back. Now, the ones on the way back, you might think, well, what's the point? There's nothing on this side of the road. Nothing yet. We'll do there and then we'll complete it up. There we go. Nothing yet on this side of the road. There will be beach stuff down there. But also they can cross over the tracks. So it means that people coming from this other direction don't have to go all the way around the whole loop just to get to where they want to go. Right. Hello. Where's our trams? Come on now. I'd like to see one of my brand new, newly paid for trams and take a little ride along our route. Any volunteers? Well, when it says not enough water, you need to listen to the people. So let's add that in. Let's make sure we've got our power connection going from here to here. Whoops, which I haven't had. And that should be everything we need to get a tram out. Let's take a look. Hey, here we go. Right, let's take a trip along this line and see what it looks like. One bonus, of course, of having the tram next to the street is you're not going to, make all the traffic chock-a-block just because you've got your tram running down the middle. Oh, we're coming up to the roundabout here. So hang on to your tea bags. Lean one way, lean the other way. Yeah, so you get the benefit of the tram without clogging up your streets, which is always a good thing in my books. Here we go, and we're swinging around now, coming up to the little section where we're going to have our bus stops on the left-hand side. There we go, fantastic. So let's come out of that view. Now, something I am just wondering as we come along here, I know people will walk across these, but just in case, we are going to take our node controller and the nodes like this right by the crossings. I am just going to put a... Oh, it's not actually going to let me put a crossing on. Can I turn those on? Or now that I've added a node in, can I do it like this? I can. Oh, there we go. So you can't see it, but they will cross over there. I thought I could make it so you could see it. If I go bend, U-turn... If I turn that on and off, it's going to put traffic lights, which I don't want. Custom, no junction markings, no. Okay, well, they can cross over anyway, so that's good. So as you can see there, if you put a road against it, they will be able to do it. But I think I'm going to put a crossing like that at every node that's near every junction. So actually I probably don't need to use that mod. We can just use this mod here and say yes, you can cross. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, just a little trick while I'm doing this. I'm struggling with this tool here to grab. There's a node right here because it's so close to that node. If I use the move it mod, look, you can see there's a node there. But if you use the move it mod, drag the node away, then use the traffic manager junction restrictions tool, set the crossing, and then go back to the Move It mod and do Control Z. Boink! It will stick it back again, and you can have it set up as you want. Right, it's put 9 vehicles on there. I think we'll leave it at that for now. That's fine. We'll just change the colour from the default colour, green. What can we call this? So we've got Green Tea Fields Farm, and it runs all the way down to Earl Grey End. So let's name that accordingly. Let's jump in here. Let's grab that. So that's Green Fields to Earl Grey. There we go. Excellent. That's good. And then as time goes on, we're going to get more people, hopefully, queuing up and using these things that are costing us money. Right, so let's run along and look at our bus stop. So over here, we've got this little micro bus hub. What bus stops do we have in this area? What bus services, I should say. So we've got this one. Oh, that's our tram. We've got this one here that comes down. So what we could do is grab that and add a stop in there. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go there. And is that... Oh, yeah, this one goes all over the place, doesn't it? Do you know what we're going to do? We are actually going to redo our bus lines. Yeah, let's redo our bus line. So that's going to go. That's going to go. Excellent. And this is going to be a new little hub. If people want to get to somewhere, this is how they do it. So where could we first set this up? We want them to come up over here to our industry. So we are going to have these little stops along here. We're going to have one there. We're going to have one here. And then it's going to swing back round and sort of do a bit of a loop. And it's also going to come to this industry over here. How about that? So it's going to bring you up into the middle of here. Yeah. And then back again. Yeah. Let's do back again as well. So we're going to go there, and then all the way back. Finish that loop. Excellent. So that is going to be our industry line. Industry line 1. And actually, as that line comes along the front here by all of this residential, I'm going to add a couple of stops in here, just on that side of the road. Oh, it's right by a junction, but I want it near those tram stops. We'll do one there and one there like we had before. Excellent. And then the time has come. We need to buy this square here because we're not able to do what we want to do. 10,000. Oh, we've just got to do it. That is our next tile. So if you want to expand anywhere, we're coming out to this desolate rock. Oh my goodness me. What is the name of this desolate rock going to be? And what could we build on it? Leave me some suggestions in the comments below. Highland District. Yeah, tea related, island related. What could we have on there? Let me know. So can we now hook up this road here? I want this road going through. Oh, look at that. Look at those arches. Coming through under these arches somehow and then curving round through here. Oh man, this is going to be interesting. What have we got here? Let's grab... Oh, is that like the big piece of rock? It is, isn't it? I wanted to grab this piece of road. All right, we'll have to do it this way. Let's change this to nodes. Grab that node, bring that through to here, and then go page up. Oh man, I'm going to have to like remove a whole ton of stuff to get that to fit through here. Okay, let's do some stuff removing. Right, I think we've almost got it. It's taken a little bit of jiggery-pokery to try and get this to work. So putting this as a raised piece like this enabled it to... Can we go up with these? Let's just see if we can grab this node here. There we go. But we have got a bit of this rock overhanging as well, which is a little bit annoying. Let's hold Alt to move that along. There we go. So I'm not sure whether there might be a perfect way of getting that to go through there. It might just be that we have to sort of use our imagination. We because we are trying to squeeze it through an asset that wasn't made to have it like that. Oh, actually, we go up a little bit like that. That is not too bad. Maybe we could swing this one out a bit over here. Let's make that the same height. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That is almost perfect through there. It's going to be a windy road with a teeny tiny piece of... let's just get these two lanes through the middle there. There we go. Look at that. And those rocks are sort of on the outside. If we add another little... there we go. Add another little something in there. And then we might be able to just sort of squidge that over enough that it doesn't look too weird with those rocks there. And then we can do the same over here. So if we add another node, say there, and then use the move it mods, we can just curve that through the rock. And then the rocks are only on these sort of outside little lanes rather than... let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a look. So you can still drive through here without hitting any rock. Up and over into the tunnel. Well, it's obviously closed in that view. And then it comes out the other side and then connects up to there. Oh, that is just... I saw that suggested in the comments that you have to just do that, and I've done it. That is brilliant. Thank you for that suggestion. I love that a lot. Brilliant. Right, so now we're going to set up our next bus route. That's going to start from our little mini hub that we're making. And that's going to come through here. And we've got our little tourism Chai waterfront and our Magnolia National Park. This road is one way, though. So as it comes down this main route, I am going to add some stops in. So we've got the school. So let's go up round by the school. Yep, that'll be fine. Another one over here. Then it's going to come down this road round the back. And if I can find my park entrances. So there's a park entrance there. Comes along here. There's another one. Comes along here. That to me looks like another one. I think that's another one there. This is the main one. So we'll just sort of go there. And then back up in the middle here where our entertainment area is. And then it can come back out again all the way back round here. And close up with that. Where is that going to turn around? All the way up there. It's a shame that can't... oh, I see. When it's gone out, it's had to go all the way back up there. Okay, that's fine. So why has it done that and not just turn left there? It's got stuck in that lane. I don't know why it's done that. It doesn't need to. It could come, change lanes, and go left instead, like this purple one, but it's decided to go up there. Do you know what? As I don't think there's going to be many... I say I don't think there's going to be much coming up here, but there isn't. There's going to be absolutely tons. I'll leave it like that for now. Just the bus is turning around at the top there isn't the end of the world. So, yeah, let's go with that. So we also are going to need a name for this little hub down here, which at some point is going to have a load of detail done to it. At the minute, it's Fawn Hills. Let me know any suggestions you have in the comments below. Please don't connect there. Thank you very much. And then we're just going to change the name of that second route. How many buses it put on there for us? 10 vehicles. Yeah, okay, we'll leave it like that for now. Let's just change that to a little bit of yellow. And that is going to be... so what do we say? I mean, if this is like... I'm always going to sort of say that north is this way. I'm always going to look at the map in this direction because that's how we started. So we could say that's the east to west line. Something like that. Yeah, why not? That'll do. Let's change that. So if we do east to west, and as time goes on, these might get adjusted a bit, but yeah, that's fine. There we go. So maybe let's add, 10 buses when they first start are all going to be clumped up against one another. As time goes on, I'm sure they will spread themselves out. Do we have any just bus and no road vehicle ones? No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's add a little bit of detail to this area. have to say, I absolutely love the way this has turned out. That road through the mountain there and that tunnel, mwah, lovely. And this little wiggly road down here until we get to our new little terminal that we've got, which is working really, really well. Managed to get some of those little car parks in down there as well. If you don't know how to do that, you might have seen in my time lapse, I tried to copy them from over here because we've got some this side. Oh, there's a different model one as well. I didn't realise. But if you have a look at this zone here, this district has been marked with organic and local produce. And if you have a 2x2, let's look at it like this, you can get that small one. But if you have a 3x2, you get this one with a little... I didn't realise that. I tried to copy them over, but I couldn't quite line it up with the grid. So I've just put a little district here. And I've set this... Actually, do you know what? I could just set it all to this district, couldn't I? I don't need another little one. Let's grab that there. Pause the game, do that, and then mark all of this down as organic and local produce. There we go. And then if I wanted to, I could make one of them. I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can get this one to spawn in a little bit bigger. Let's move the fence over. And then once they're in, mark them as historical building, and they'll never go, which is good. I'm going to delete this one and see if we can get the larger one in. Oh, there we go. Look, the very next thing to spawn in is that. Excellent. So we'll mark that historical building, and we get 2 different types of car park there. That is brilliant. And look at all the people coming in here to use this. We are definitely going to be having to increase our buses, but that is something we'll look at in a future episode. And we've still got spaces to add more stops to go to other places as well. Well, what do you think of what we've done this episode? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, we need a name for this area as well. Thank you for your continued support with New Tealand, and I will see you next time. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye. Look at this guy. He's like, I'm off. What are you doing? Do not... What, he's coming for a look at the fires. These kids are like, yay, we're waiting for the bus, and the national park is on fire. That is what you want to see while you're waiting for the bus. Oh, man, alive. Are these guys going to get here and put it out in time? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the next episode of Cities Skylines with me, Biffa. I love looking through these rocks at this sort of mountain road that we put together in the last episode. I think, can I fly through here? Let's give it a try. Oh, we can. Look at that. They still absolutely bomb it through here. But I just think that was an absolutely inspired idea. I'd like to take all the credit myself, but that was somebody else's idea. So thank you for your ideas. They have just been amazing. Let's just whiz back to our normal view. There we go. And I've got even more of your ideas, particularly naming ideas. You've been coming up with some fantastic names for our areas. And you've also pointed out a couple of little problems that I have. One of them, we're going to come over here. Is I accidentally put 2 schools of the same type in that just looked a little bit different, and we have not enough high school. We've got high school availability capacity 1,000, but I think, why is that saying 1,000? That doesn't hold 1,000, does it? Oh yeah, there we go. Look, our one high school over here holds 1,000, but even though that is all hooked up by all the mass transit, this is such a long way to travel that these people are not traveling all the way over there. So we do need a second high school over here. Let's have a look. That's a high school, which is quite big. I just want a little small high school we could squeeze in here. We've got our elementary school here, although this, to me, would be very expensive land for housing right by the beach, all of that sort of stuff. So I think it is going to have to sort of squeeze over here. So let's just see what we can do. If it means popping in... Oh, lack of power. There we go. It means popping in... a new path around the back. Oh, that fits perfectly. No, that's okay. I know why the power's gone down. I was messing around with my budget a minute ago off camera. So we'll just pop that up to a more reasonable level, and we'll check our water. Water is perfectly fine. Yeah, our city's expanded a little bit, so they should be all fine in a moment. So that was one thing. Thank you very much. So that's going to help all of these people get educated around here as well. We also need to spend some money on some death care. This one here just isn't cutting it. And we can see that there's a problem with hearses going in and out. And I did use the Move It mod on this, and I think it's broken it. Darn it. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use the Move It mod to select it and then delete it. It's gone, and then I'm going to have to just pay the price and put a brand new one down, which I really didn't want to do. But there we go. And hopefully the trucks, the hearses I should say, will start heading out immediately. Why, oh, why? Yep, think I've worked out what the reason is, as we can possibly see here, and I'm surprised nobody noticed this in the comments. I've attached this road to here, which is just a tram road. There is no access to the actual road. I'm wondering whether I could force that in somehow by doing this. Well, this is going to be really weird. If I move that zone around a little bit, that node I should say, and then try and attach that to there, I bet my hearses will now leave. Let's see what happens. Hey, there they go. Excellent. What I might just do is upgrade this piece of road here. What am I looking at? This one. There we go. So it doesn't quite look as weird. That's fine. That's fine. We can sort of deal with that. And then we're going to say give way there. And I think that might just have to do, because this was only temporary anyway. We've solved the problem. Do not worry, that's fine. Right, some fantastic name suggestions from you, because this is New Tealand, sort of based on the name of New Zealand, of course, because we have all the islands, got that New Zealand sort of vibe going on, that the residents of our city, oh no, not again, the residents of our city, instead of being citizens, would be, let me get this right, Tiwis instead of Kiwis, which you would get in New Zealand. How does that sound to you? Tiwis. If I can remember that, I think we're going to stick with that one. So that's going to be cool. I like that one. These mountains up here. Now, this is one huge mountain range, and we're going to call this the PG Tips because I love that name. That is a brand of tea that we get in the UK, possibly other places as well. The PG Tips. We may split that off and have like this as the PG Tips and these are some other names, but that is some of the names that we have now. Samuel Cornuck, I think was that one, which was great. Yeah, I like that one. Excellent. One or two other names. So the next best name suggestion, instead of Magnolia National Park, this was suggested by Pip Smith, was to name this Chai Key. And Key is, that's how you pronounce it in the UK, Chai Key, because it sounds a little bit like chai tea. So I think that was an amazing name here. Goes with Chai Waterfront. Chai Beach I've changed this to instead of Chai Heights. And then finally, we've got this little area here, although that is part of the Chai Key, because that part comes all the way along, but a fantastic name. Uppity Glamping, because it is like top of the range. There's only like 4 tents in here. Top of the range glamping. So what we're going to do is put a little zone in here. This is a bit separate from that one there. There we go. Instead of the Sheffield district, this is going to be Uppity Glamping. So thank you, George Pangon, I think your name was. There we go. Excellent. Fantastic name. Right, so let's dive in to what we're going to be doing this series, which probably looks like fighting fires over and over and over again. Look at this guy. He's like, I'm off. What are you doing? Do not. What, he's coming for a look at the fires. These kids are like, yay, we're waiting for the bus and the national park is on fire. That is what you want to see while you're waiting for the bus. Oh, man, alive. Are these guys going to get here and put it out in time? What? Do you mind? I'm trying to watch the fire and you're parking right in the way. What I do notice is an absence of helicopters. Where are the helicopters? Now, I've had this mentioned a few times. A few people have said to me that you don't need these little towers. But you do. That's what tells the helicopters to come over. And that is certainly within the range. Are they being used at some other fire? Oh, that's empty. Oh, excellent. Yes. Landfill site. Stop emptying. We're going to replace that. My helicopters are over here. Helicopters in use 3 out of 3. Oh, we've only got... Yeah, okay. They're probably taking ages to get over here. Well, flipping heck. Better late than never. That's what I can say. All these houses burnt down, living by the park. It seems to be, yeah, Verde Beach has come through the portal in the middle of the mountain and is spreading its fire all over the place. Oh, Man alive. So before we dive into all of our expansion we need to do, I'm just adding in a little path here because we've got a bus stop there. I put a path here over to the high school, and then I would like a crossing on here. So we're going to use the node controller, add a node right there, put a crossing in. Don't need the lights, that's fine. Not too busy. I'm sure the kiddie winkies can cross over there. No problem at all. And I might even add another crossing this side over here. So they can go, oh dear, upset everybody and they're all going to leave. Don't leave. Please come back. Come and live here. You know you want to. We need more people. We need more people in the city. We really need to expand. So let us take a look at what we've got available to us. We've got this space over here past Upper G Glamping. And we've got the Highland District, which I'm waiting for a really cool suggestion to come in because I'm recording a couple of episodes ahead what we can do with this amazing island over here. So I'm going to save this. We may, we may make it into like a university island, or I don't know. You come up with some ideas. So an amazing park, something like that. But for now, let us head over here. So how much of this square have we got? We've basically got all of it up to that sort of coastal spot there, which is fine. And we've got this highway along the top. So we could just do with, let's have a look. Some sort of, I ain't got much space on here, have we? Just some sort of little junction on here. And what I might just do is just put a simple roundabout junction in this area here. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to give this a go with the roundabout builder mod. There we go. That's what it's called if you want to go and check that out. That is about the size I think we need to go. Let us go a higher elevation though. So I want that about there. This must be the thinnest road known to mankind. You'd come round the roundabout up on two wheels, and even then you're lucky if you're going to get through there. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Let me redo that. Okay, that's not too bad. I've just moved things around a little bit just to get that working. And then what we can do is we can take these off of here. I think that's lined up okay. So as you come up here, there we go. That's almost, it's not straight, is it? But it's almost not too bad an angle. And then if you're coming down, there we go. So that's not too tight a turn coming down. And then the same coming up the other way as well. And the same going down. So that's not too bad. I think that worked out okay. And then we want to set up this. Now, as this highway, as we know, is 2 lanes instead of 3 lanes coming through, what I'm not going to do is go from 2 lanes minus 1 down to 1 like you would with normal lane mathematics. What I'm going to do is use a normal highway and upgrade the piece of road beforehand and when you come on like that. So you get a dedicated lane like this coming off. There we go. And then when you come on, you've got a dedicated lane coming on. We just have a bit of Z fighting, I think, or something there. So if I just go... It's just going to be just a touch too much. Just come out a little bit like that on each one. So that shouldn't be too bad. And then what we can do where the road joins, we'll just do a bit of Hugo there. So you each get a lane and then they can merge down here. And then I would like to do the same the other end, but I'm not entirely sure I can because we're heading out. So even with Anarchy on, I mean, there's ways of messing around and yanking the road in with Move It and upgrading it and changing it, but I just think we'll go with that. What I will do is I'll give these a dedicated lane, control left click. Yeah, and that should be fine. That should be good. Just need to move a few trees out of the road so you don't clip into the leaves as you're, there we go, sliding around the corner. And then we just need some roads coming through here into our new area. Now this here is built up. So it's on a nice flat grade going all the way through. So we really could do with, I'm just thinking whether we have a bridge going straight across and then coming down over here. So I'm just thinking what to do here. I want to use this road to come off of here. Now, if we went straight from there over the top, we are going to be clipping right through the railway line. Ideally, I don't want to dip the railway line down. I want to just keep that at that same level. So now I'm thinking, could we come off of here and go straight down like that? And then maybe come through here somehow and make this another bridge. Let's just pause the game and just remove those. So that now came level through there. Could we have this as a bridge over the top? Do you know what? I think we could. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these as near as possible, because I'm assuming in real life you want to make the bridge as small as possible. To keep that straight, instead of turning this on and off down here, the toggle snapping, I'm just holding the Alt key, and you can see it adds that green line, so we know it's going to keep straight with what's behind. This will be a bit different because it's going to go off at a weird angle. So what I might just do here is I'm going to grab that. Did it not grab the railway line for me? No. Okay, I'll do it myself then. Let's. Oh no, we haven't unlocked. Darn it. Well, that's not going to affect anything really, because we can't use any of these things anyway, because we haven't even, well, we can't even click on the tab and unlock it. But that's what I'm going to do, is bring that really close, then put a little bridge over the top. Pretty sure by the end of this episode we'll have 5,000. So yes, that's the plan. So let's then set up this roundabout with our priority signs. Control Shift left click, and then check the speeds that we've got going on here. So under here is 100, that's 80, that's 40. This can definitely go up. Let's have that as 60, but it's still faster to go underneath, so that's good. And then this will come through here and into our new area, which is exactly what we wanted. So I just wanted to show you something that I've been doing, because as you might have noticed, I am struggling to make money in this city, which is a little bit odd. I've never really struggled to make money before. What are these guys all complaining about? Low land value. Okay, we'll come back to that. And what I have done is I'm going through all of these options here and adjusting my budget accordingly to try and save myself some money. So for instance, tons of electricity. Let's just drop that one down. There we go. Still in the green with a little bit of room for growth. Water, well, it adjusts both evenly. So sewage is about where we need it. Trash facilities, I put that down a bit to save a bit of money. I have with all of these, but the outcome of dropping those down means the area of effect isn't quite as high, so then we get this low land value popping up. But I am making more money, and I don't know whether they're going to end up leaving or not, or whether they're just going to get used to the low land value. I'm not entirely sure, but that's certainly something to keep in mind. But I am making more money, so I'm going to watch these people here, see if these symbols turn red and they leave, or whether they're just happy to complain. That make, oh wow, happy to complain and leave it at that. Ooh, we might be struggling a bit. Yeah, look, see, here we go. Low land value has gone red, and then they're going to leave. But I just really, really need the money. I've also gone through my mass transit and adjusted my buses. My buses are doing really well, actually. We've got loads of people queuing for those. Probably could drop a couple of buses, actually, because, look, my explanation is you've got buses that hold 30 with only 2 people in, not even half filled. So we don't need all of those. I'm going to drop that to 6. On our east-west line, our industry line, there is a ton of buses with hardly anybody in. So again, and that's 14 buses. I'm going to drop that down to like 4. And then our tram line isn't the most used tram line in the history of tram lines. It did have 17. I've dropped that down to 4 vehicles. I mean, there's a couple of people waiting here and there, but our city just really isn't big enough to try and pay for all of these things yet. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can balance things out a bit, just so we don't lose all of our citizens and hopefully continue to make money. Yeah, so just having a look at our land value, it's all pretty blue all over the place. Blue, 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 a little bit of green along here because we've got our park. But yeah, that has been severely affected. So let's find out exactly what it is that's causing this to be so blue. Okay, so I have put my healthcare, my fire and my police back up to 100. It was on 50%. So let's just unpause the game and keep an eye on our land value. There we go. That instantly jumped up from a lighter blue to a darker blue, which is what we want. And the low land value complaints are disappearing. Okay, so that is something worth keeping in mind if you're trying to save some money. And now this has gone a bit more greener along the front here. So that obviously affects an area of effect around each of those buildings, as well as saving you a little bit of coin. So I think we're going to have to just keep struggling on. Something we could do, of course, to balance that out is to put some parks in. There's absolutely no parks in this area at all. The dog park, I believe, is the cheapest one at 5,000. Or we could have a park with trees. That's quite big. I just want a teeny tiny little park in here. Carousel, 3,500. Oh, that would be perfect. A nice little beachside carousel. Let's pop it in. Would that reach? No. Let's pop it in the middle here. We're going to lose a couple of houses, but that's okay. Let's do it there. Excellent. What was that little tweet I saw there? This new plaza looks really sophisticated. Yeah, don't know about sophisticated, but it's definitely got a guy in a blue suit and a carousel. So hopefully that has pushed the land value up a little bit, maybe. Not as much as I thought it might do, but yeah, that will do for now. Okay, so back over to the area that we're building on. What I would like is sort of a roundabout around this area here. Quite a large one, and maybe have like a mini park in the middle, something like that. And then we can have some roads reaching out to these other sort of quadrants that we've got over here. We've got this little area down here as well, which we might sort of build into as well, which should be quite good. So let's do something like that. So let's maybe just use the 2-lane road here for now. We're going to have to go, yeah, this is the free cursor mode. That's fine. Let's turn that on or off and on again so it kicks in. There we go. How big should we go with that? I want to make this a reasonable size. On ground level, maybe a bit bigger. Yeah. Go on, let's go one size bigger. What are we up to? 104. Let's go for that. Yeah, there we go. That's not too bad. Get a semi-reasonable size park in there. I'm not expecting this road to be too busy, but we shall see. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the nodes on this like that and like this, so we can then connect any rows that we wish and it won't change the shape of the roundabout. Fantastic. And then what's next? Well, let's just use these cheap roads to mark this area out, and we can always upgrade when we have a little bit more money. So that's what I want. I want that sweeping into there, so that'll eventually be a bigger road. This will eventually be a 3-lane road going around, and then we'll build off of that. And then we could have, let's have a look at this area. What have we got here? Sort of like a very small little area through there. So we could add a tiny road, maybe coming into something down here. Let's see what we can work out. Yeah, so I'm thinking we could have some nice posh houses in the middle, maybe clear some of the trees from around the outside and have something in there like that. So that is going to have to connect. Let's just bring that one up out of here for now. Yeah, that'll do. And then again, I would like a road sort of going around the trees. Sort of like a road on the outside. Yeah, so let's see what we come up with. And how about that? Go and have a cup of tea and some lunch, come back and you've got 217,000 tea leaves to spend. And we've just won the award for the most attractive city. Hashtag happy mayor. Yeah, really pleased with that. Cool. Okay, so we've now got some money. So let's upgrade some of these roads then and get this thing expanded. Let's upgrade that. So let's put that to that. So that's going to come into there. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to do the ones going out here as well as more of a sort of highway road. Yeah, big road like this, and then we can have these as a nice smaller road going around the outside. Let's have a look. What options have we got? Ooh. Now, this would be perfect for a tram. What have we got? What have we got? Trams. We've got all sorts of different roads. Do I want to go for another tram or a trolley bus? I do love my trams, and I think that would be really cool to run in a big circle around here. And then we can have it connect up to sort of like a bus that could then come along and bring you along to like another area all the way over to here, sort of trying to keep all these connected up, because they've got a long way to travel for industry. It's going to be all the way over here and over here. It's getting further and further away. And we're going to have another... Oh man, yeah, because the other tram is all the way over this way. We're going to have another tram depot, because there's no way we're hooking it up to this all the way down there. Yeah, come on. Let's do it. I mean, monorail would have been interesting, but we're nowhere near monorail yet. Unless we leave it and wait for monorail. I'm just looking at this area here. Why don't we leave it and wait for monorail? What options have we got for monorail roads? We can't look until we've unlocked it. Okay, is there any small monorail roads in this? No, there isn't. Do you know what? I'm just thinking we'll leave it as a normal road for now, and then, yeah, maybe upgrade that a little bit later. Okay, let's pick a road. Now, something we do really need is a university, and I'm just thinking, actually, we might just repurpose this little area here and put in one of these universities here. I like the look of that, and if we could sort of butt that up against the road there, something like that. Let's take a look. We can adjust the roads a bit as well. There we go. I think that fits in there really well. I would like a car park in here, but at the moment I don't have any other car park assets that I can just place down. So we'll just go with that for now. But that should really help with our education boost. We have eligible 1,164, which need to go. So we've got a backlog. Yes, so we need to make sure that that is sorted out. Right, I'm going to just run some water pipes over to this area. Okay, so that is all hooked up and ready to go. Already got a couple of students traveling all the way over here, but we will get this hooked up a bit easier in a moment. I also want to connect this up over the top. Oh, still too high. Well, let's grab those, do Control H, make it the same height as that. There we go. And they can get over the top if they so wish. Well, we can set up this roundabout as well. So we'll take priority signs, Control, Shift, left click. There we go. No lane changing in the middle. They can pick their lane when they get into this middle section. And then we were going to upgrade that to 3 lanes, weren't we? Completely forgot about that. So let's do that as well. Because I always prefer to have an extra lane on the roundabout than there are lanes coming in or going out. This is the one, no parking. So let's just upgrade those. Excellent, 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 and excellent, and excellent. And then we'll just do this again, because then we'll get our dedicated turning lanes coming off. Good, and we'll give way signs coming on. Fantastic. So that is probably a good start for this area. Now, I am wondering whether we want to go high density here. We do have the high density option, and have it as a separate little high density area. And then we're going to have another one over here as well. Because at some point we are going to have to go high density. Why don't we do that and see what it looks like? So if we're going to do that, we need some more internal roads as well. I'm just thinking for that one, if we've got grass, then there's no parking. If we've got cycle, there's no parking. Let's go for this one here and see what we can set up. Okay, so this is the area as it stands at the moment. I think it's very important that we get a bus going to our university. So let's grab our bus line. That can literally go outside. It's going to come all the way around, and I'm going to stop that. Yeah, let's stop that outside each of these 4 little areas that we've got here. We'll go, oh, actually, no, I want that to go out now, don't I? So that's going to come down here, and I'm going to have it go all the way down the highway, and it's going to take up another one of these stops here on our little mini transport hub that we set up last time, and then it's going to come straight back, and that is going to be it. So if anybody else wants to use it, they can use the tram and the other bus lines to come here and then get that bus over here, which I know is a bit further. If they live in Chai Beach, it seems a bit weird. They will probably drive, actually, but anywho. So then that's going to come in... that's going to come in round the roundabout. It's going to end up sort of backing up on itself, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. I want to stop down there. Stop over here, and then back to complete it. There we go. Fantastic. So that covers that area, getting everybody over to our little transportation hub, and covers bringing people in, hopefully, from other places. So that is going to be bus line 3. That's going to be our university line. I'll just call that university line. Yeah, that'll do. University line. We'll change the colour to green. Yeah, we haven't had that. Adjust the buses because it's going to base that on distance. There's going to be so many. I think 5 will be more than enough. But we'll come back and see. There we go. And we're also going to rename this as well to our university. There we go. Excellent. Fantastic. Just what we need. Now, over in this new area, which we don't have a zone for yet. So let's just pop in a zone. There we go. So high density, maybe something. I'm going to look through, unless you've got some fantastic names that you can suggest to me in the comments below. You've been so good with that so far. So this is university. There we go. Might slightly adjust that. Let me know what you think. Yeah, this one here, this is going to be just standard high residential, and then we're going to see how that looks. But they're also going to need some services because they are going to complain like mad if we don't do that. So I'm just thinking, whether we just go for the basic stuff, because this is all just so expensive. We'll spend all of our money doing that. So let me see if I can put these down in a way that's going to hopefully service everybody. I mean, in the middle of a highway, that would just be absolutely tragic. In the middle of a roundabout, I mean. But I think maybe if we go like that, and then this one here, we do that over here, and then this one here, that's the police headquarters, so we do that one over here. So it's mostly covering most things. Education is going to be a big one. We're not going to be able to, oh my goodness, cover all of this in education, but certainly some parks. What do we have that we could pop in here? I did say I wanted to make this a park. I think this is actually going to be a proper park. So we're going to do something with this, but for now that is just going to stay like that. So whatever name that we come up with for this area, Chestnut Hills, whatever we change that to, we'll change the name of the park to it as well. But I think that would be cool for people walking in there. That reminds me, I would like to add some walking paths in. That'll do. And then, yeah, school. So we're going to need an elementary school. I think this is the smallest building, but I bet we're going to need more than one of these. So I'm going to pop one in there, and then I'm going to pop a high school. I know this is the smallest type of building. That is going to go over here, so they can walk to and from those quite easily. And then as we get more money, we'll see if we can upgrade that. And then some little dog parks. I think we just need 1 or 2. Let's go for something a bit different. We have something that's going to fit in that square. That might add a push. That's not too bad. This one here. And what's the area of effect? That is almost over the whole thing. Almost, not quite. Let us slot that in there and have a quick look. Zip. That's okay. If we could have the move it mod, We can just shiftify that over ever so slightly. And then as we get more money, we could pop in some more. Do you know what? I actually do want to put one the other side as well. That is going to go right there. We're going to spend that money because we're going to be getting taxes like mad soon. Is that okay? No trees overhanging the road. There we go. The other thing that I really want to put in here, which I can't afford now, is the childcare centre and the elder care, just so we can get our birth rate up and our average lifespan up. But for now, that is going to have to be it. So let me fill this all in and then we'll see what we get. Right, so just before we time-lapse this and see what we've got, this is what I'm going for. So we've got low density around the outside, high density in the middle, and then we've got a bit of commercial dotted around here and there. We do actually have office zones available. Now that would be good because at the minute they're travelling to work. I'm going to put some office zones in where I said about this car park. Over here, just like a few school office buildings, and then this university zone, I'm going to jump into the policies and I am going to, I still can't ban high rise. That'll be 5,000 population. Okay, well, we'll do that and then we'll see how it goes. So let us see what we're going to get in this area. Just one more thing I'm going to do here in Chestnut Hills is put the international theme on here, so we don't get European houses built in this area as well. That's what I want to go for. I'm just wondering whether we should also do that in university. So we go to theme, enable theme manager, international, just in case there's any buildings that might pop up over there as well. Excellent. Right, let's see what we get. Okay, well, let's just take a little look around this area. Things are going fine on the roundabout at the beginning. No issues, no problems. Very good, very good. No traffic, not too much. Little bit busy with some more people coming in as they're first moving into the new area. Lots of people walking around. That is what we want to see. Fantastic. I'm liking that. And these are the buildings I wanted in here. This sort of international look. And hopefully, as time goes by, this is going to fill up even more. A couple of buses around here. Need to spread out, fellas. Spread out. You're not going to get much done when you're that close together. It's looking nice. I am liking this a lot. And I think with a nice, cool-looking park in the middle, this is going to be fantastic. Not sure how many people are going to visit that park, but it's just going to be an interesting spot. And this university. I like this university. We do have unlocked one of the, I think it's the trade school, but I wanted to go for one of the different universities this time. So we'll wait until we can get that. But Yeah, we definitely need to do some detailing around here, don't we? But at the moment, I think that is looking pretty good. What is our population? 4,500. Oh, we're getting there. I want to get up to 5,000. So if we keep this going, hopefully enough people are going to move in. We are having a problem with education here. So let's just take a look at what's going on. This is only 68 in the elementary school. Oh, okay. What about the high school over here? 166. So we've got plenty of space. And 79. Okay, that is not bad. I'll tell you what we probably could do to help people get from one side to the other. So this one here, they can walk out here. They've got the paths here, and then they've got to walk all the way around the outside and then over to there. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's okay. It's not too long. I don't really want to put... Could I put a path going across the middle here? Do you know what? That might actually speed things up for people trying to get from one to the other. Nah, I think I'll leave it as it is. I don't want a path going through the park like that. That'll be okay. Cool. I'm pleased with that. Let's just make sure they've got enough electricity and water. So we just got a couple of notches on that one and that one. Yeah, we're fine. So let's just leave this thing growing. I'm going to put this all the way up and hope that's enough. Is it enough? Oh, it's barely enough. And the more people get moving in, the worse it's going to be. Yep, we need to do something. Yeah, not many options at the moment. I think it's going to have to be another coal power plant, and maybe we could sort of pop that over here where we're sort of maybe almost starting a de facto industry type area. So maybe I will just plonk it here for now, and then later on when we come over to redo this area, there we go, we can sort of rebuild that and fit it in. Excellent. And because I know this is going to get noticed by an absolute ton of people, we're going to make sure that that is connected to the rest of our city as well. There we go, because this bit only goes up here. Brilliant. And there we go. Small city. Fantastic. Now we get access to monorails, trains, cable cars that everyone's been crying out for. We will give those a go. Let's have a look down here. Yeah, new monorail roads. Oh, all sorts of options. Yoga garden, we've all been waiting for that. That is absolutely brilliant. And I believe we're also going to get an extra square that we can unlock. Ooh, not yet. No, we have to wait another. Oh man, this is going to be tough, you know. This is going to be tough because we've almost used up all of what we've got apart from this island. Oh, we've got this over here as well. Look. Oh, maybe we can build another little village over here. Or a little town. To then push us up and try and get over the 5,000 amount. That would be good. You can see here we're actually making more money now, which is fantastic. Few little issues with not enough educated workers. But that's because, remember, we've got a backlog of university students. So when they get through, that will definitely be much, much better. So I'm looking forward to hearing the names that you come up with for our university area and these little housing areas around the back as well. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, and I will see you all very soon for the next one. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the next episode of Cities Skylines here in New Tealand. Yes, what a fantastic name for our city build. We're just following somebody along here into the start of our city. On the left, we have the first area that we started to build. Today, we need to expand. We've got a lot of projects, little projects that are popping up to keep this city growing. I have discovered it's been quite difficult to make money on this city build. It's quite possible because I've been using these green type buildings. And if we have a look at our zoning, no, at our districts and what it says about those green buildings, if I can find the right one, I think I was on the right one in the first place. Self-sufficient buildings consume less electricity, less garbage production, but generate 30% less tax income. And we've got all of this here set as those type of green buildings. Oh dear, this one's derelict. And I think we did it with these ones as well. Yeah, so lots of tax income being missed. Well, you know, 30% less tax income. These ones here are the normal ones. So we've got to be careful doing that. While I think of it, our new area over here, I've not had any of your feedback on this yet. I'm a few episodes ahead, which is what I like to try and do. So this is Chestnut Hills. I haven't had any name suggestions for that yet, like I say, but I will look out for those when they arrive. I'm going to go to policies, city planning, and high-rise ban. So restrict buildings from being upgraded to the highest level. So we're not going to have tall buildings. We might get a couple disappear, maybe. No, that's fine, but so we don't get really tall high-rise buildings in here, which is okay. Just before we dive into building in our city, I'm using a new little mod. It doesn't affect the game in any way. It's just a sort of a UI thing. So if we come to our outside connections on here, I am using the enhanced outside connection view. Normally these are all ticked on, but I've been playing around with it. But look, you can turn these on and off individually. Now, in the past, I've used the exclude mail option because as soon as we start adding mail or post to our city, then that is just like a huge import and export, and it just fills this up. But you can individually turn that one off. But you can turn them all individually on and off if you wish. So if we just sort of do this, for instance, it's now easy to see where it is that the goods are being requested or exported from. So if I just turn all of these off. So goods at the moment being exported from nowhere, but they're being imported all down here. So of course these are commercial buildings that are wanting goods. So yeah, what are we exporting at the moment? Yeah, mainly agricultural products because we're making a load of those. Now that is one thing that we need to work on. So let's have a look at our green teas farm. We want to get Green Tea Fields Farm upgraded as much as possible. We've got a maximum ability of 250 workers. We do have an option for a factory, but that only needs stuff from the bakery and stuff that we're producing anyway. Yeah, actually, we'll just put it right on there. That'll be fine because we're sort of running out of room next to the coast. There we go. That's fine. So go nuts for donuts. We've finally found the source of them. The cake is not a lie. Colossal cakes. So it's going to need animal products, crops and flour. Well, crops we've got by the bucket load in here, which we're keeping balanced. Flour we've got over here being stored and made. Oh, clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. Flour, flour. And that's being stored in here. I'm going to switch that to fill. So we keep it in here and hopefully then come over here. Yeah, animal products. There we go. We're making them there. So I do want to just pop a little warehouse. Do we have a warehouse for animal products? Oh, we do. Okay. Let's just rearrange this a bit. Let's grab that road there. That can come out, say, to there. I'm going to move this over here. There we go. Excellent. That is going to be our animal products. And we're also going to keep that on field. So these aren't going to be sold. They're going to come over to here. And everything that this needs is going to be right next to it. I'm going to whack it up to 150%. And I'm also going to put down next to it here another little buffer. What's it making? It's making pastries. So I don't think we'd store the pastries in the open air. I really need to find some new warehouses. If you've got any links to some cool little different looking warehouses, let me know. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to assume that they're sort of stored in some crates or something like that. There we go. So this is going to be put on empty and put for special unique factory products. There we go. So hopefully that will start making us some money. Well, definitely I know these have added more jobs. I'm going to keep an eye on what they need and what they're falling short of. So we'll come back, we'll take a look, see what we need, and we will expand intelligently. Taps head with a knowing wink. Okay, so here we are back in Chestnut Hills, and we've got this little park area in the middle here that we said we were going to do something with. Just a little small park, nothing too fancy, but that people can just come in. I know it seems a bit weird to have a park in the middle of a roundabout, but it's not the busiest roundabout. It's my city. If I want people to enjoy parks in the middle of roundabouts, then why the heck not? That's what I've got to say about it. So let's just start off. See how we go, see what it looks like, and yeah, that'll be good fun. So, small park main gate. And then one of these over here. So they have an area of effect of happiness as well. Look, we can see the park area bonus is already hitting these guys here, which is great. That will just spread that little park goodness around them. Excellent. And can I put a roundabout in there using the roundabout mod and this? No. Okay, there we go. Let's remove these trees from the move these roads from the middle so we can enjoy the trees. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Roundabout Park is growing. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Ducks, they are so awesome. Beautiful ducks, indeed. Do you know what we could have in the middle here? We could have a little duck pond. How about that? That would just be fantastic. Let's get those and let's move them over here. Should do. That should do. And this is going to be really hard to add water in here without causing a huge flood everywhere, because isn't that what we normally do? Let's see. Let's unpause. Oh, look at that. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely. In fact, we could even lift that up. Oh, man, am I going to make a problem for myself a little bit? I think that's fine. Nice little small thing in the middle here. You can come and float your boat. If it floats your boat, you can come and do that here. Excellent. Right, there is the start of our park. We may adjust things a little bit later. Got some plazas they can come and walk around in. A bit of water. And they can see it from the windows. You know, it's nice to be able to look out and see something like that. And in a map like this, where there's going to be views everywhere, I think, personally, making the most of little features like this is going to really make the map stand out. Now, as it stands, nobody can get to this park, because there's no way of crossing over this road, as you can see, from the outside to the inside. Now, I don't really want a crossing, like, right in the middle, because I'm thinking that's going to affect the traffic, although the traffic isn't that bad. So I am just wondering, rather than having a path coming over the top and then the park entrance outside here somewhere, I am thinking that I am going to add a couple of crossings, and then we're going to see how it affects the traffic, because the traffic is only ever going to be, I would say, as much as it is now, because it's only ever bringing in people for this little sort of peninsula area. It's never going to suddenly be heading out to some other place and be absolutely... Look, people are loving the park. They can't even get to it, and they're loving it already. So I am going to add in crossings with traffic lights at either end. Do you know what? I might even do 4 like that. And then we can keep an eye on how they affect the traffic. Do you know what? Because it's got a traffic light rather than just being a straight crossing, the traffic isn't getting stopped that often. It just happens on a timer, whatever the timer is. Whereas without the traffic light, they'd be stopping all the time for everybody to cross. But like that, you get 3 or 4 people backed up, and then off they head again. The only thing it has just slightly changed, which I want to adjust if I can, is added a node in there where they're changing lanes. Whereas we haven't allowed lane changing in the middle. We've allowed lane changing on this node, this node, this node, and this node. So where they come in and then where they leave. And that has slightly affected it. So I'm going to do that. These should all have dedicated turning lanes, which for some reason have been turned off since I've added that node. There we go. So that hasn't affected it at all, which is fantastic. And then this should... It's got an income of 300. The ticket price, actually, the higher it is, more people want to come and visit. So we'll put it up like that, and we'll see how that goes. Nice. Okay. Right. Let's head back on over to our farm. Excellent. Material cost, production value. We are making money. Plenty of flour, plenty of crops. So I don't think crops is ever going to be a problem. We've got plenty of those. The flour might be an issue. We've got some here. How are these doing? So they're getting crops here as well as crops going straight to the bakery. I want this to be filled up, but then they're not making enough to fill it up. And the animal products is struggling. That is struggling to get filled up. And you're down here. Oh, don't snap to the node. Don't bend. Don't pass go. Don't collect 200. There we go. Excellent. And then what I want to do is add a couple more farms over this side. And of course, this is New Tealand. So, you know, sort of slightly modelled on New Zealand. So, as has been mentioned quite a lot, most of these should just be sheep. So, I am going to add loads of sheep. We're going to have loads of sheep everywhere. We'll add one going down there just to add a bit of ruralness. That's a hard word for me to say. And I've just been to the dentist as well. So, jaw is killing me. There we go. A little bit of... I'm going to try and make myself say it again. Ruralness being added to this area. These do add some jobs. 25 each. So that's another 50. So up to 300. Yeah, we need to get to 350. So hopefully now that will keep our animal products. I want to see this filling up. That will get our flour filling up because we're making more crops. Because these are using more crops. And these are using more crops. And these are using crops as well. We're still making money. I mean, look, our money from our industry is going up. So that is good. There we go. Just something simple like that. Unfortunately, the pollution is going to make them look a bit orange. But I think it sort of adds a autumnal look to the area. And boy, these sheep are flipping noisy. And once again... there is a fire somewhere in the city because these guys are heading out. Oh, is it in our new area? Yeah, there it is. There it is. They're heading all the way over here to solve the fire in the... what is this place here? Let's have a quick look. Buildings on fire, Neptune Media Store. Well, I think these guys are going to be on top of that, so that's fine. Ooh, okay. We're getting a little bit of traffic backing up coming off of here. And that's the road leaving this area, which does have traffic lights on it. We don't need traffic lights. So let's remove those. These guys need to just keep moving. Let's have a look out. Yeah, I think that will probably be okay, actually. We do have parking on here as well, which, I mean, that doesn't affect anything at all. But I always sort of think to myself, where a road is coming straight into a roundabout, I'm not going to bother about that parking down there. We shouldn't have parking right next to the roundabout. For a visual perspective, and if you really were trying to park, really were trying to get onto a roundabout, having parked cars around you would make it very difficult. So, and I'm also going to say, do not change lanes there. Pick your lane when you come into the node. Let's just see how that helps. I think that should be fine. Yeah, that's okay. Like we said, it's not too busy here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And just checking how many jobs we've got on Green Tea Fields Farm. Oh my goodness, that's such a mouthful. We need 10 more to be able to upgrade this to another level. So I'm just thinking we're going to add another sheep field. Why not? Why not? Let's do that. Small animal pasture. We should be able to with a bit of jiggery pokery. Oh, there we go. Look, we can fit that in there. There we go. And then when they move in, that should give us the jobs that we need. Let's grab that there. Let's put this in here. Let's check that that's going to be sheep. Not enough raw materials. Here they come, being dropped off for the sheeps. Come on, you can do it. Hey, there we go. So that should be enough jobs. 365. So we've just got to wait for that to fill up to 350. And then it will definitely go to the next level because we've produced way more than enough resources for what we need. Yeah, let's get a nice bit of detail in here. Why not? For the poor farmer that lives in here, working his fingers to the bone. Okay, we'll leave our farm churning away over there and come back to that in a bit. So something we need to really take a look at and get a grip of in this city is our education. Now, I realise in previous episodes I'd made a mistake with the placements of elementary schools. We've got that all sorted now, but we are a little bit low on how many schools we need in our new area. Let's just check out this one here. So that is absolutely filled to the brim with students. We definitely need a new elementary school over here. Let's go for this one to match the one that we've got there and try and find a spot. It's going to end up looking like the two buildings are attached together. Would that just be weird? Let's just pop it in and have a look. And you know what? I think that actually works. I think that looks like it's two buildings joined together, some sort of school system for, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Where you can do elementary and high school. So I'll add that in there. So let's just take a look what the coverage has done for that. So that is much better, but we still, man, we've got so many eligible. Let's just have a look on other parts of our city. 90, yeah, they're all filled up. So definitely we're going to add a couple more over here, which unfortunately means we're going to end up maybe losing some buildings back along the train tracks there. I don't think we're going to submit the children to that. Look at this little spot over here. This looks absolutely perfect. Let's just grab this road here. So there we go. And I'm going to pop a little shop right opposite the school as well. So excellent. So hopefully that is enough for this area. But because these are high rise, it's going to be, yeah, it's going to need a lot over here. Look at that. The perfect spot. That one is going to go there. There we go. That should be it for now. So actually, these shops that I put over here are now going to be replaced with a high school. Thank you for your service. Smoothify that out a bit. And then we're going to grab this one. And we just do one quick pass down there like that. University. Now, this is one of those things where you can see, look, it's red. It's red, it's red, it's red, it's red. Loads of people that need to be graduated. Eligible 1,176 are eligible to go. We have plenty of capacity, but let's look how many people actually here. 160. Because of the distance. And that is something that we're constantly going to struggle with, or have as a challenge, I should say, on this map, because everything is so far away from each other. We do have, if I remember correctly, a bus that comes into this area here. Let's just take a look at our bus routes. Yeah, here we go. Our university line. Let's turn these other ones off. So could we add some more stops to try and encourage more people to come on our university line? So we've got like a stop sort of 3 or 4 around this place, and it's looping, so that's okay. And then as it follows around here, we've got like a bus stop right there. We could add a stop. Let's do that. Put this one on. There we go. Might as well use that bus stop there. Is that, do we put no stops along here at all? Well, that was a big mistake, wasn't it? Okay, so is there any other bus stops along here we could utilise? This end. If not, we're going to make one. Yeah, there we go. There's one there. Let's add it there. And then I want it going the other way as well. Yeah, we might as well. So we're going to go there, and we're going to go there. And then if we follow that down through here, and we've got that coming to our main... Yeah, that's what we were trying to do. Encourage people to use the stops to come to our main little hub here. So now we've got more coverage with our stops and ease of use to get to our university line. So hopefully that will increase the students that are coming here, which will stop us getting not enough educated students, which we do have popping up from time to time. So let's see how that goes. How's the traffic, by the way? 87%. That is fantastic. Now, something I did want to do back round here again is a lot of people have said about having access for this directly to the highway, which is right here. So all the trucks and all the farm equipment doesn't have to drive through the city, which it does at the moment. It has to come all the way down here. But I'll be honest, it isn't that busy. Could utilise this little bit of space here, but as it's not that busy, I think we're just going to leave it as it is. Oh, look at that. It looks like our park has reached level 2. Washington Hills. It's this one over here. Fantastic. So is it making us some money? It's making us some money. It has people visiting. That is really, really good. So I was just thinking, how else could we encourage people to come over to our university and be educated? Is we do have options for ferries, which we could. I mean, this seems like the perfect map to have a ferry. I don't know whether I'm going to get a ferry stop going through here, and I'm pretty sure I can't buy any more squares. Darn it. Oh, that's a pain. I don't want to spend all the money putting... I'll tell you what, let's try it. Let's pause the game and see if it is possible to add a ferry through that. So we're going to add a small ferry stop along here, which is wanting to attach to that road, which is fine. So let us delete this road. Delete. Thank you very much. Small ferry stop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it as far away from that as possible. There we go. Then we can use the Move It mod to sort of line that up with those buildings so they don't disappear. We'll then grab this road. It's still going to be one way, and we'll connect that to there and that to there. That should be fine. So we have that one there. And then definitely a ferry stop over here. And right by Chai Waterfront, where we've got all these speciality buildings here. Oh, look, it's been abandoned because it's a historical building. It's going to forever be the historically abandoned building. Is anyone ever going to move back into this? Or is that always going to stay like that? Let's find out. We're going to leave it like that. Your choice hotel. And then we're just going to change that. It was your choice hotel. Now it's just an abandoned building. We'll leave that like that. Yeah, let's add another one along the front here, and we've got this sort of park, so we need to have to adjust that ever so slightly. Okay, we've got these two in, which we can connect up. I am thinking that I'm going to run this along the front here. Let's go a little bit further out, and it's not going to let me. Even with Anarchy on, I can't get that far. So I'm going to pop that up to there, and then we're going to run this one. Is that going to hook on there for me? There we go. We'll go through this little island spot there, and we're going to connect up to... there, and we'll just run it backwards and forwards. Oh, we need a ferry depot. Now, see, that would have been better. I would have popped that with my industry or something all the way down there, but as we can't get round that way, where can that go? Right, for lack of a better place to put this at the moment, I'm going to put it as far away from everywhere as possible until we can actually find a really good spot for it. So it's just going to go there, and we're going to end up losing a house or two. Let's turn Anarchy off. We don't need that. There we go. Sorry about your houses. Sorry about your houses. Let's just remove that. Oh, we could have some shops along here. Might cheer you up a little bit. There we go. Let's see how that goes. So now we need to connect that up as well. And then we just need to add a line. So at the moment, the line is literally going to go backwards and forwards to there. I'm just wondering whether we could add another ferry stop in here, whether that's just overkill. That is not that far away. I think a little peninsula like this would only have one ferry stop. So we'll do that, and then when we can, we'll add them further on. But at the moment, can't do it. We need to hit our next target of 8,000, which we're getting there. And then we can unlock. And we're hitting that challenge of not having enough space to add people in to grow our city. It is becoming harder and harder. And then to unlock another square after that, we've got to go past 9,500 up to 15,000. So if we buy this square, we're going to have this little island, this little island. Man, and these little bits of space up here. We have got to basically double our population with the space that we get in this one next square that we can unlock. So I am actually thinking we're not going to get that one. I am thinking we're going to get one up here somewhere. Or even, I mean, if this one opened up, that could be quite good. Lots of high density there, but we've really got to plan ahead. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments below where we should unlock next. What do you think is going to give us the most bang for our buck in doubling the population of our city? We'll have to find out. Right, let's take a look at our ferries. They should be heading out. There we go. Let's do a little ferry tour. And here we go, pulling up at our leisure industry over here. So I'm not quite sure how many people are going to end up using this, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. Let's just come over here. Something I've just noticed. We've got a big building popped up over here by our university. I didn't put, because we've got a separate district here, haven't we? University, there's the name I'm looking for. Let's just go into our policies, city planning. Oh, high-rise ban is on there anyway. That's fine. Yeah, excellent. I just didn't want that building getting any bigger. But that looks okay. That's fine. Let's just check how many ferries were added to that line. This one here. 2 stops, 1 vehicle. That's fine. And yeah, we'll get a few passengers. Hopefully that's going to encourage more people to come over here to our university. Already 167. Cannot complain at that. And then once we get that all the way along the front, that might encourage more people to come and work at Green Tea Fields Farm, which is only 7 people away from getting enough workers. What is our unemployment? 4% unemployed, so there is people around, but I think with all of this going on over here, we're not going to get that many people over there. So I am wondering whether we could just remove some of these. I'm just going to remove a few of those like that. It means we're going to be importing goods. We need to get rid of that for sure. But it means hopefully that more people are going to move over this way. What is wrong with these guys here? Land value was so low. Let's just have a quick look at the land value here. It is pretty low. Once it starts getting below that sort of deep blue in the middle, and that is probably to do with noise or pollution. Noise is okay. Pollution, yeah, look, it just stretches out that bit further there because of this. So could we sort of increase that land value with a park to make them forget about how bad that area really is? Even a little teeny tiny non-expensive dog park has a nice area of effect. Yeah. I was hoping to pop that in the middle here somewhere. It means destroying. I'm going to actually put it over the houses that are causing the problem. There we go. Oh, darn it. I had anarchy turned on. Let's just delete the houses. There we go. Excellent. So that should just take care of that a little bit there. There we go. More towards the deeper blue. Fantastic. And there we go. We've done it. We've reached level 2. So now the area gets a couple of bonuses. Extra efficiency, less pollution. And we open up some factories, milking parlours, all sorts of good stuff, which is fantastic. So over here, I've just been adding a few more shops, a couple of offices, just to try and beef up the look of this area here, and it's looking nice. I like it, but I'm glad we've finally hit the next level. So this is really making us an absolute ton of money each week. It goes up to 5, 6, 7,000, which is absolutely brilliant. And if we come all the way along the coast, let's just fly along here, boom, 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 past everything, round the heads. There we go. Oh, we've got a bit of trash problems. We'll come back to that. Our university is doing really well, nearly up to 200 students. So we are solving problems. We're almost over 7,500, which is absolutely brilliant. Couple of complaints about the tax. Yeah, we won't worry about that too much. So there we go. Things are happening in the city of New Tealand. Let me know what you think I should unlock next so we can hit our next 2 targets to give us some more squares to completely grow and build and expand in our city. Thank you for all of your suggestions and your support. Maybe check out the other video on the screen. Have you seen it? It's probably got the 1 million population city traffic fix. That was a doozy. So thanks very much. Have a fantastic day. I will see you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, we've hit big city. Right at the end of the episode, little treat for those that hung around. See you soon. Bye-bye.